tugged that one a little bit offline to the left. And he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
The second shot now to the par 4. Now the approach here at hole number 1, and Frank, what are we looking at?
Well, semi-blind, but it's fine. You know, just a little peek and you can see what's in front of you. Really no bunkers down the left side. If you do miss down there, a little chip back up the hill, but it's a big enough green.
Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. He'll settle. Getting set now over the putt.
That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
+1 in the early going. Now to the second hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is not overly long. Where's the trouble here?
Well, 281 yards really to the big long bunker that goes all the way to the green. So as long as you can avoid that, you don't have to hit driver down here, just something that's going to be a little short of that. You're still only going to have 100 yards, really, or just over 100 yards in for your second shot. A really good chance, too, to get off to a good start.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole.
Frank, what's the best way to access the hole location on this second shot here at the second hole at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's really set up with a drive. If you can drive it down the right side, you get a better view. Plus, you can avoid that ridge that's in the middle of the green on the left side. If you're coming in from the left side, that bunker on the right, now you realize why they put that there. Because when you've got a skirt to the right of that ridge, that second shot becomes a little more difficult.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just 5 feet left. Okay, has it, and stays at 1 over par. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners, well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Wow, that's disappointing. Chance to get too deep on one hole, and you leave it short.
Well, the good thing is he didn't miss it. Right? It didn't go past him. This, you get what I'm saying? Okay. You'll never know.
Okay. Still has a chance for birdie, too.
Right, okay. I like that. It's a positive attitude.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Well, the fourth hole looks like it's going to claim another victim.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Misses the putt here. Has to try again and add another stroke to the scorecard. Just a couple of feet. Ouch, that hurts. Double bogey. Well, Frank, here at the fifth, and I'm not sure about my chances at a hole that's called free fall. I mean, are you kidding?
Well, should be free fall for you, that's for sure, and free fall for a lot of people playing it today. Hole looks straight away, but you'll see it starts to pinch in, that fairway that is, by bunkers left and right, and those bunkers come in exactly where you're trying to hit your tee shot.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. For the par. Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the fourth hole seems to have really put him off his game.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brutal out there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
So in the bunker, getting set to play the fifth shot. Not quite where he wanted it, but it is on the green, and that's not too bad. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance. You'd like that one again.
Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on. On the seventh tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But, yeah, you've mentioned it, 500-plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. These putts keep the round together. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Safely aboard. Frank, he'll have to take a full swing at this putt for birdie.
This is long, but every now and again, one of these finds the bottom of the cup and makes that magic sound.
Not an easy one, 20 feet away. Kind of a tricky read. Trying to get out of here with just one dropped shot. This is for bogey. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So they'll tap in. Time to regroup. That's a double bogey. Frank, the 9th hole is called Olympus. Feels as though Russell Crowe should be standing on the tee, starring in some sort of a movie about the Greek gods.
I knew you'd go like Titans in that down there. But this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich. This isn't for the Greek gods and the Titans of the world. They might think they are, but this is for you and me. This is for everybody. 36 handicappers. We can all play here. Just too much juicy grass between the ball and the club face. It's always going to come up short out of that sort of light.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
That's about as depressing a moment as there is in golf. When you miss the bogey putt, you know you're staring at double. Once you hit double par, it is time to just pick up and move on. Count that as a